2009 Mazda 6 2.5 liter. Going to show you how to replace the Serpentine belt along with the belt tensioner. First, you'll want to go ahead and pop your hood. Once you get your hood open, go ahead and locate your Serpentine belt here. And our belt tensioner is going to be way down there. So in order to access that, we're going to need to take off this front tire and gain access through there. So go ahead and place a block behind your rear wheel here. Next, come to the front of the car here. I'm going to go ahead and jack up at this point here. Next, I'm going to place a jack stand right underneath the pinch weld here. And then I'll go ahead and lower it onto that. Go ahead and remove your hubcap. Grab a 21 millimeter. Let's go ahead and take off all our lug nuts and then our wheel and tire. Next, we need to remove this piece here because our tensioner is right up in there. So you got these clips. You can try and unscrew these. I've already had these off on another video. They will not unscrew from here, so I just have to pry them out. But what you want to do is you just unscrew that with a Phillips if it'll work, and then you'll get behind it and you can pry it out. But like I said, these ones don't work, so just get behind it like that, bring it out a little bit, and then you can pull them out. And then you got two more right back in here. And this one you got to kind of push out of the way like that. And then come on this side of the steering knuckle here, and you're going to have two more, one right there, and then another one right there. So go ahead and remove those. And actually what I think I'll do is I'll leave that bottom one attached, because then you can just kind of bend this down, get access to it that way. So now we have access to our belt tensioner, which is going to be right here. And then this is going to be a 15 millimeter on the pulley. And we're going to pry that towards the back of the car. That'll relieve the tension on the Serpentine belt. And then your idler pulley is right up there. So as you're relieving the tension on that, all you got to do is just slide that off the idler pulley. So go ahead and get your 15 millimeter on there. Like I said, you're gonna pry downward, and that relieves the tension. Go ahead and slide this off that idler pulley. Relieve the tension, pull that off, and now we can get our belt off. And then what you want to do is see if you can take a picture of this from down here and then up above, so you get the belt routed the same way, but I'll show you all that as well. So then you can go ahead and slide this off your AC compressor here, or sorry, your crankshaft. And then we'll go up top here. So then come up top here, you can pull it off your power steering pulley. And then you got your alternator back here. Go ahead and slip it off of that. And then we got it on our AC compressor down there. So let's go back down below and we'll see if we can just pull it out from down there. Pull the belt out. So now we can go ahead and remove our belt tensioner. So you just have two 10 millimeter bolts right there you need to remove. So go ahead and take those off. Get those broken free, and then let's see if we can just kind of twist them out by hand here. to get them broken free, and then just use your socket here and just take those out by hand. As you get towards the end, just be careful because this will fall on you. So get your fingers in there. It's pretty tight. So there's that. And then just go ahead and slip this out of here. So let's take a look at our old belt here. You can see the reason I'm changing this out is it's getting really dry and brittle. You can see right there, it's getting all them cracks and then splits. So that's why I'm replacing it. And went with this Bando 6PK2305. Got this off Amazon along with the tensioner. So I'll put a link in the description for both of these. And then just pull this out and just kind of measure it up to the new belt or the old belt, just to make sure they're about the same length. Those are. And then this is the belt tensioner from Dayco 89661. That's what that looks like. And here's the old one. So make sure that kind of matches up. You can see it's a little bit different, but pretty much the same thing. Got the groove pulley and all that. So let's go ahead and stick this on. So go ahead and get your new tensioner in there. And I like just to stick the bolts through this. And we'll get these started. Using my socket here. If you guys have a flex socket, that might be a little bit easier, but let's get those kind of started. Let me grab my wrench here. And then just get those nice and snug. So here's just a quick drawing I did for the belt. So you got your crank, your AC compressor, your water pump, your power steering, your idler pulley, alternator, and then your tensioner. So you can see it's just going to go around like that, come up just like that. And so your idler pulley and then your water pump pulley are going to be the backside belt, because those are not grooved pulleys, they're smooth. The rest of them are all going to be grooved pulleys. So I'm not sure how well you guys are going to be able to see this, but I'm just going to drop this down from the top here, and then we'll try to get it around some of our pulleys. And with a new belt, it's not stretched or anything, so they will be a little bit tighter, and then they kind of go all over the place because they're not shaped or formed yet. So if I just drop this kind of down through here, and then I'll go down below, see if I can pull it. You just got to kind of work with it. And what I'm going to do is probably get it around this power steering pump first. So do what you need to do to get it around that. And then I'll go down below. We'll get it around the AC compressor and then around the crank. So kind of something like that. And then I'll come on the back side here and off of the power steering pulley. See if you can grab the belt right here. Try not to knock the camera off. And see if you can get that around the alternator. And then it's going to go down below that idler pulley as well. The one that we slipped it off. But I think I'll get it around the alternator for now. And then we can go back down below here. So come back down below. We get this around the crank. And then we're gonna get it like that. Because we need to go up there and get it around the water pump, the backside. Okay guys, so I got that all routed around the pulleys. It was just super hard to get my camera up in here to show you guys, but just make sure you get them all around the pulleys. You can reach up in here to get to the water pump one. So get all those on, and then I leave the belt tensioner one off. So then if you can just pull on the belt now, get it tight. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my socket wrench on that, but I got to get it inside this bolt there for the tensioner. And then we'll go ahead and relieve the tension and see if we can slip it over this tensioner pulley. So get your 15 millimeter up in here. And if you guys have somebody else that can help you, that works as well. Like getting it up over the power steering pulley. So if you can get it kind of like this, and then what I'm going to do is we'll come down with this. And then see if you can slip that over the belt tensioner pulley. Just like that. And then go ahead and relieve the tension. Pull that off, and let's just go and take a look, make sure we're all centered. You can see on the idler pulley up there, we're centered on that. And then if you take a look up top here, you can see we're on the power steering, down there on the AC compressor, and then the water pump there, the back side of the belt is on there. Come over here. Hopefully you guys can see that. You got your alternator there, and then our idler pulley, you can see the backside there where the lettering of the belt is. We're on that, and then of course the crank and the belt tensioner pulley. So what I'm going to do now is just go ahead and start it before we get this cover back on, just to make sure everything's good. So you can see that's spinning good. Come up top here, make sure all that's good. Now I can go ahead and shut it off. So now we can go ahead and get our cover back into place, since we know that's all good. Get your holes lined up, and then these clips you just push in and then pop it in like that. Go ahead and do that to all these. And you may need to just unscrew these just a little bit to get that in there. Then go ahead and get your wheel and tire put back on. We'll go ahead and jack it up and get our jack stand out of there. Grab your torque wrench. You're going to torque those lug nuts to 80 foot-pounds. And get your hubcap put back on. Okay, so that's going to wrap up the video. Again, this was a 2009 Mazda 6 2.5 liter. Went ahead and replaced the Serpentine belt along with the belt tensioner. Pretty simple job to do, just kind of hard to get your hands up in there. But as you saw, it is doable. And then I always recommend doing the belt tensioner with the belt, just because tensioners do wear out. So hopefully this video helps you out. If it does, why don't you subscribe to my channel, check out my other videos. Got quite a few on this car, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.